All right, welcome back to the channel. It's Sam here with GSK Wealth Builders, and today we are just talking about the new update from Pulsechain. It's been a long time coming since Pulsechain came, into my radar. I think it's almost 2 years, so it's good to see that we have a new update. And also, I just have a little bit of crypto news for you, so let's get into it. So we got the Bitcoin price is sitting at 28,100 US dollars. It had a low today of 27.7, a high of 29.1. So we're sitting about 50% down from the peak in the summer a year and a half ago. So we're it's doing well. So Bitcoin, if you look at the 1 year trend, let's see what the 1 year trend is looking like. So yeah, if you look at the 1 year trend, you're seeing here, April 2022, we were at 45,000, dipped to a low in November 22 of about, what, 16K, 15.7, and then it is gradually climbing up. So what I think is happening here is people are losing faith in the banks, the banking system, and that is causing a lot of people to figure out a way that some of the non-believers are now becoming believers in crypto because there is no other logical option when all of the banks are failing. Now in the US, one of the issues is people have large bank accounts, people have large sums of cash. They actually are only insured for $250,000 per account. So if you want to restrict your losses in the case of your bank collapsing or taking a haircut on all of the accounts, you have to take, if you had $2 million in retirement savings, you'd have to push that over 10 different accounts. It doesn't make any sense. So some people are just saying, well, why don't I just buy some Bitcoin or whatever? The other issue, though, that has been combating this price increase in Bitcoin is that the U.S. government is very adamant at trying to get rid of crypto. They are suing company after company, whether it's exchanges, whether it's crypto promoters, whether it's YouTubers. Everyone is, everyone can get it. Everyone can get it. So that is one of the things people have to look out for is the SEC will come for you. They will come for you. So, yep. We have Bitcoin there sitting at 28.1, which is pretty good. That's a good start right now. And let's check out Ethereum. Ethereum's been doing well. So you got the Ethereum price sitting at $1,800 US with a low, 24-hour low of 1765 and a high of 1828. So Ethereum is strong as well. So what has ETH done? ETH has had their change from proof of work to staking. The staking is doing great for Ethereum. They beat Pulsechain to it. I was hoping that Pulsechain would actually get to staking before they did, but that wasn't the case. So as of right now, we have $1,800 Ethereum. We have the burn going for Ethereum. Everything seems to be working fine. However, the gas prices are still ridiculously out of control. So that's the problem right now. Yeah, the gas is just extremely heavy. I think to unstake in Hex, it's like $50 US, which it shouldn't be. The gas for that shouldn't be that. So the market cap of Ethereum, $215 billion still. The market cap of Bitcoin is $500 billion, $500 billion. Both of them are sitting pretty well. So there's a little bit of news going on right now. So let's go through some of the news that's in crypto today. So one of the new Bitcoin miners called TerraWolf reported a 146% increase in revenue as they ramp up their operations. I've never heard of TerraWolf before, but that's decent. So let's see what their revenues are. So TerraWolf, 146% increase. So that was $9 million in 3 months. In the final 3 months, the cost of operation was $17 million. So what they're doing, they're losing money right now as their input costs, but they're probably going to be holding the Bitcoin and hoping that it goes up. And if that goes up, well, then they're going to see some profits. So miners are still going. They have less places to go, I would say, right now, but they can only do what they can do. So that's good. All right, next up. So this is one of the things I was mentioning, and so this is in the policy section. So SushiSwap, the CEO of SushiSwap, 𝙒𝙬𝙧, he got hit with a subpoena from the SEC. So the SEC is coming for everyone. Like I said, the SushiSwap CEO, he's feeling no longer inspired amid U.S. regulators' crypto crackdown. So everyone just keeps getting targeted. People don't feel safe, and these guys, some of these guys have a lot of money, so they're just sitting there saying, "Well, I have a couple $1 million. Do I need to risk my freedom when I can just live, off of this money?" So that's one of the risks in crypto is we might not have anyone to innovate if people are trying to put them in jail, right, or trying to find them. So yeah, the head chef, he calls himself, 𝙒𝙬𝙧, is no longer feeling inspired after a wave of regulatory crackdowns on exchanges, including decentralized exchanges. The DEX he manages to put immediate pressure on the crypto industry. So it really feels, he's saying, it really feels like the last cycle, that the majority of that feeling of excitement is gone now. Look at what's going on the regulatory side of things this morning. Senator Elizabeth Warren is stating she's putting together an anti-crypto army to regulate this space into obedience. This is funny. I don't even know if that's real. So yeah, they trade their tokens on a DEX. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know they're coming for everyone, and it's not fun. Um, Even some hex influencers have been hit with some stuff there. All right, another one in policy. So, Tron founder Justin Sun, he lost his diplomatic status. So Grenada, which he was, I guess, a diplomat of, yeah, he's lost his title. So diplomatic immunity is a big thing. He's no longer a diplomat. So I don't know what's going to happen to him, but Justin Sun, he might have uh, some lawsuits waiting for him. So yeah, I don't know what to do about that. But I think people are just in crypto guys. They're in trouble. They're in trouble. They're running to different countries. I heard that they're trying to track down CZ. They might have tracked down 𝙏𝙝𝙖𝙣𝙠 from Terra. There's no. I don't think there's any escaping the SEC. Really, I really don't think there's any escaping the SEC. So, um, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Now, uh, just 1 second. Okay, let's go. So let's continue on to the next topic here. Circle. So Circle USDC still remains dominant. So as you know, Circle, they were hurting for a bit. They lost their peg. I think they were down almost 8 cents, which caused a lot of people to, try to escape, which causes more of a bank run. They were able to fix it, and now they are saying, where is this? USDC and DAI are basically the number one stable coins. So yeah, it's hard to risk it if you were sitting in USDC and just waiting for a dip, and then all of a sudden your USDC starts crashing and you think it's going to end up like Terra. I can see that being scary. Now here's a good thing, I think, even though I don't use these guys as much. Coinbase hires ex Shopify exec to oversee the Canada operations. So Coinbase in Canada is now applying for a license. Coinbase will be trying to build a team in Canada So anyone in the tech space, if you want to, check out some jobs, maybe on LinkedIn, online, maybe you can check out Coinbase, see what they're paying, see where they want people to be working. I'm guessing they want everyone to be working in the office. Who knows? Maybe in Toronto. If not, maybe they're going to have people work overseas. But Coinbase has survived, all of the carnage of crypto. So I think Canada will welcome them because they'll say these are one of the regulated exchanges that people can use. What I would expect is that people might be able to deposit and cash out through Coinbase. So this guy Matheson, yeah, from Shopify, he's saying he's going to oversee 200 engineers. So to attract engineers, you gotta make them an offer that they can't refuse because there is some uncertainty in crypto. Yeah. So I guess there's a deadline by March 24th that they're going to apply for. So that's some good news in crypto. Some legitimacy will be coming into the Canadian market. As you know, Canada shut down out of a lot of markets lately in crypto. There's nowhere to go. I receive email after email from exchanges just saying we don't, take people anymore. Globally, this is an issue. So another thing popping up in policy, there's a lot of regulation globally going. It almost seems like it's coordinated. So the French are trying to propose a bill that will ban crypto influencers. So if you're on YouTube, you cannot be promoting crypto. That is pretty crazy. Or talk about it. I don't know what the difference between promoting is. If promoting is just getting paid to shill crypto, that makes sense. But if it's just talking about it, period, that could be sketchy because a lot of people just talk about what they're doing. Okay, one of the last pieces of news, SBF. So Sam Bankman-Fried pleads not guilty to the latest bribery charge. So he's basically being charged for paying politicians' donations to receive favors, possibly in the future, related to his business or just related to the criminal, charges that he has. So one of the theories people have put out is that he got everyone's hands dirty by donating to all of the politicians significant sums of money, like being their largest donator. So then when he got in trouble, they were, reluctant to even say anything about him because they received his money and they didn't want to be considered criminal as well. So that could be an issue. But yeah, he pleaded not guilty to that. And we'll see. But yeah, he's not going for that. All right. And the final piece of news before the PulseX update is Three Arrows Capital. This was the first crypto hedge fund to go bankrupt. Three Arrows Capital, Kyle Davies is ordered to respond to a subpoena within 2 weeks. So basically, they filed for bankruptcy. Now, he's being looked into to respond to this. So, uh, Davies and Sun Tzu, they've been accused of refusing to engage in the proceedings in the firm's bankruptcy. They've only made, tiny disclosures. So I'm guessing they just don't want to talk about it. They don't want anyone to know about this stuff. But yeah, they collapsed with 3 billion in liabilities and 1 billion in assets. Right? And then there's other hedge funds, Void Digital, Celsius, Genesis, Asia Pacific. Um, there's a lot. So yeah, this is not good. When you have guys that are supposed to be the leaders, and then when everything falls apart, they're not talking. Now, maybe that's at the advice of their lawyers, who knows? But as of right now, it is what it is. So, the final piece of information, which is why I went live, is that there's been an update in PulseX and Pulsechain from Richard Hart himself. And what he is saying is basically they've had the testnet V1, V2, V2B. Now this is V3. So this is I guess technically it's V4, but anyways, we had testnet V1, testnet V2, V2B, and now V3. So since V3 is out, they think they've worked out the majority of the kinks. And now what he's saying is this is now your final warning. Pulse chain, that Pulse chain and PulseX could launch at any time now without warning. So I'm guessing he's just gonna tweet one day and say it's live. And once it's live, that's when you're gonna have the price discovery possibly. It depends on if there's a bridge, because PulseX is going to be where you can trade. So obviously people are going to be trading Ethereum, they're going to be trading their bonus coins, they're going to be trading their Pulsechain coins, they're going to be trading their PulseX coins. And you know, some people are going to win and some people are going to lose. Then you're going to have the copies of USDC, USDT, DAI, and the other stable coins, LUSD. So everyone who had those sitting there at the snapshot, which just takes a picture of your wallet, they're going to have those coins. So they're going to be trading those somewhere, maybe bridging them in and out. They're going to be sending them to exchanges when PulseX and Pulsechain launch. If the mega exchange that wanted to list them still exists, you probably see them listed on this mega exchange. Now that would be where people could go and sell and cash out, or they could put money in and buy, which is a good thing, you know, to have liquidity in the market. But basically what they're saying is stop asking, right? Stop asking when it's going to launch. We're almost there, and we could launch at any time. Now, they could launch 4 or 5 years from now. Who knows? But I think this is a good thing, that they're basically just saying it's a signal. To me, it's a signal. Then he was saying beware of scammers and imposters that are in the comments, and just a few things, right? And I think these are just some of his thoughts, right? So, you know, if you build something good enough, it will thrive despite everyone wishing it doom. Nothing is as powerful as an idea whose time has come. So maybe it's time for Pulsechain to launch. Maybe it's time for people to use a blockchain that is faster, that the fees apparently are going to be cheaper, that the fees also burned the supply to make the asset more rare. I think these are all good things. Then these are just some of his thoughts. He doesn't tweet very much, so it seems like he's you know, advocating for crypto. He says all blockchains are the fruit of your own labor. You generated your own private key. You derived your public address from it. You ran the software to encode the messages. You paid for your connectivity. It's the fruit of your own labor. This is the thing that he's saying to the SEC, I would say. Even though he doesn't live in the US, I would say he's saying that. So then taxes, right? If you write a book, there's no tax. If you draw a picture, there's no tax. If you do some math, there's no tax. If you number them, there's no tax. If you limit their supply, no tax. Show them to the public, no tax. All of this is speech, a protected human right. So maybe he is, you know, subtweeting the SEC and uh, the regulators, just to say, you know, this is just free speech. We're just writing code. There's nothing illegal here. We're not, you know, breaking any laws. If you come for us, we know the law. Now, yeah, we'll see. So there you have it. Pulsechain, PulseX, V3 is out. So myself, I haven't really been on these test blockchains yet. I'm going to familiarize myself on how to use Pulsechain, how to use PulseX, because I don't want to be making mistakes when it goes live, and you know, I want to do a transaction. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the next coming days, and then I'll report back. So pulsex.com, pulsechain.com, you want to check your sacrifice balances. Make sure you check your sacrifice balances. Make sure they're accurate. I've heard that, or I've seen that the actual snapshot hasn't been taken yet. So that is all I have for today. Thank you, everybody. You know, this has been a long time coming, a really long time coming, trying to get to this the finish line, and we're almost there. So hang in there. Protect your keys. Remember, not your keys, not your coins. So let's go.